The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Heidi is here.
Do you know a guy that I work with scares me all the time now?
What kind of asshole
It's hilarious.
would treat someone like that?
He walked up the stairs the other night,
Ow.
looked at me, screamed, and I screamed and fell on the floor. He just went, ah, and I went, ah, and I like threw my pen in the air.
A few years ago, when was the Kind Heaven tour? 2019? 2019. There was a girl on the tour, her name is Amanda, and she was the most scarable person in the world. And probably once a day, me or someone else in the crew would scare her, and she would do the thing where she would like, you know those fainting goats? Uh-huh. She would kind of do like a fainting goat move where she'd scare it and she'd close her eyes and she'd fall on the ground.
Yeah, that's...
And sort of go unconscious for a moment. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I get on the ground and I hide my head and I just...
Turtle.
I'm quiet, and then I just laugh hysterically.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh my God, I love that.
Scares are fun.
So scared.
Scares are fun. How was your week?
It was good.
In particular,
I had to think of...
how's your butt doing lately?
Oh my God. So Lori told me about this hormone doctor that
Our
she
guest
went
from
to.
a couple weeks ago, Lori Fetrick, Ice from American Gladiators.
We're now friends.
After the show, I'm not going to go into details, but you guys connected on a level that made me so angry that I was like, I can't believe it's like, she was sitting where you are, I'm where I am, and you were here, and I couldn't get out. I couldn't get out of the room, and I felt like my brain was getting spoiled with all kinds of stuff, but I'm happy you guys have hit it off so well.
She's awesome.
She is awesome.
She's so fucking cool. And I didn't watch the whole Muscles of Mayhem. I didn't watch the end of it, and I saw the end of it, and I was like in tears at what happened to these.
Oh, they got
what
fucked.
happened to them. They got so fucked.
Yep.
But she's doing really good. Mm-hmm. But so she told me about about this hormone woman, and I was like, I need it. I'm all over the place.
Can you explain a little bit of what you mean?
Well, as women, even when we turn 35, us women, we start perimenopause, and then we go into menopause, and then there's an
Is that Farrell's middle name?
Yes. I think he's related to perimenopause.
Farrell? Yep. Good Jewish boy.
Been caught sweating. Sorry, that was stupid. That was so stupid.
I liked it actually.
So we as women have a hard time. I go to my doctor, and there's a lot of girls on here that listen that are
sluts.
Sorry, not my age, but like they contact me and they're like, oh, I feel what you're, I do have these same things. So this is what
within
you have
30,
to do.
40 years, they'll be the age that you are now.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. So what happened is that I would go to my doctor, and I have really great insurance that I pay out of my fucking speaking in my ass every month. It's horrible. It's insane. What
Sure,
this
insurance
country
is very frustrating.
Yeah. Especially as a woman, as you get older, you have to pay more too.
You're telling me.
It sucks. So I would go and say, can I have my panels done? And they would say, no, you're this age. You're fine. You're low on estrogen. Here's an estrogen patch. Well, they don't check your levels. And so the last time I went in, I started to cry, and I said, I really want my levels checked. There's something wrong. I'm tired. I'm sweaty. I rage. Like, I'm just like angry. Like,
I rage.
And she wrote down for me to go see a psychiatrist. And I was like, what? Are we? And this was a young girl too. And I'm like, are we back in like the?
Ma'am, you're clearly unhinged.
Are we back in the 20s when it was like?
What was the term? What would
they call hysteria?
Right.
That's why the
Hysterical.
hysterectomy, and that it's related all to that.
To science.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
Totally.
Yeah.
But it's related to that. But I thought, what the fuck? So what? happens is that you have to go to a very expensive, not holistic doctor, but what's the word for it? Another.
The naturopath
No, it's like a different doctor. You have to go and you have to get your levels done, and then they go through it and they can help you out.
Endocrinologist?
No, I don't know the name.
Whatever it
it's
is.
not on your insurance. Like your insurance will not cover it at all. They might.
Insurance doesn't cover things that are helpful or work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so what I learned from Lori and this woman that I went to go see, is that as you get older, if you do not control your hormones, because it's like a teeter-totter, and the testosterone's in the middle, there's estrogen, there's progesterone, it causes cancer, it causes diabetes, it causes you to gain weight and be unhealthy and sadness and all these other things. So you're put on all these pills. Here, take this. Here, take Ozempic. Here, take this and that, and it's never cured. So anyhow, I went to this woman, and I'm so excited, but the fucking pain that I went through, because I'm a fucking redhead, when I get Novocaine in my mouth or anything to numb anything, I have to have triple, because my metabolism for that eats it up. So they go in your butt, your upper butt, and they put I'm on my side.
I love the term upper butt.
Upper butt.
Like right
Top of your crack?
No, like right above.
Show
your
the camera,
butt
please.
cheek. Right above your butt cheek.
Okay.
And so there's
Like
still
lower
a little
back, upper butt.
Yeah.
So not
there's
in the butt.
Not
upper
in the butt. No, thank God.
Okay.
Oh shoot.
You have a microphone you can talk into if you want. You're like 800 feet away.
Hey.
All right. Go ahead, Heidi.
So that was me doing
I
that
know.
for you.
Thank you. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
So she goes in and she goes, "Hey, this is gonna hurt a little bit." And I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem." And she went in with the lidocaine. I jumped through like the fucking roof. It hurt so bad. It fucking hurt so bad. So anyhow,
Was it a big needle?
it
A
was
long
huge.
needle?
So
You're not supposed to look at the needle, by the way.
I
Don't
did,
ever look
on
at the fucking needle.
accident.
Was it like one of these guys?
Yeah, longer. It was
all the way in.
Ooh, like a cortisone shot. Oh. So anyhow, this is boring, but long story short, she did that. She came back 10 minutes later, and she went to make the incision. I was like, ah, and I felt it. So she had to go in again. And,
I don't want to hear this stuff.
and then I told her, I said, "Oh, I'm a redhead," and she goes, she goes, "That happens with our other redheads too."
So that is a known thing.
It is a known thing.
What?
Well, it may be something that you
Yep.
want to start mentioning out at the top.
Yeah, I didn't.
Hi,
I
I'm a
forgot.
redhead.
Not halfway through the procedure.
I'm a ginger.
Dan, I'm curious why you're so sensitive to hearing about this information.
Well, I
Because
booked
you're
my
about to be a-
I booked my vasectomy today
Woo!
because when I make a decision, I get it done.
When is it?
In 5 years.
It's been more. I've been waiting. It's like 7 years. I've been trying to do it for.
When is your
As being nice.
operation?
Well, it falls on September 12th. In remembrance of that horrible day of 9/11, I am getting all my genitals cut off. I think is what they do, right? That's a vasectomy.
Yes.
I'm gonna be Kenneth when it's over with.
Yes.
I will be Ken. No, and so and our audience are lovely, lovely, lovely people. I love all of them so deeply. But since I mentioned I'm getting a vasectomy, all I'm hearing is the horrible stories about how bad they go, and our audience has had some rough times.
So mean.
So,
mean. I hate each and every one of you.
Who of the listeners?
Whoever has, who's
I hate them too.
Made it
I hate them
worse.
and love them so
Well,
much,
you're
but
gonna be
So rude.
put out, right?
no,
And I love them.
it's too expensive. It's like an extra
Can
$1,000.
Can we all do like a Venmo go fund me?
That's so sad. No.
He's getting gas.
I'm getting. They're gonna gas me, and I'm getting an injection into my balls. And I also made the mistake.
What's the
of
injection?
to
Lidocaine?
numb,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what they put in my
Well, I've had lidocaine
freaking
before, I know.
top of my
Well, that's
my
what
butt cheek, and
lidocaine
it
is
fucking
what-
hurt so bad.
Lidocaine is what my buddy Steve Truitt did to cut these holes in my ears, and the shot was rough. I didn't feel
The shot is
I didn't feel this at all, but I made the really bad mistake of Googling vasectomy images
No. Why did you do that?
because
That's
I'm
worse
a
than-
fucking idiot.
That's worse than the cartel shit.
It's well, no.
What's up there?
At least after the vasectomy.
He's gonna show you your balls like as you're still awake.
But I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you a picture.
No.
Yes,
no.
it's okay. It's okay. It's
Wait,
okay.
I just want to say something. So after I got done, I now have all these pills I take, and plus I have like these pellets, and they stick in you, and they last for 4 months, and then I go back. But now at night I take these 3 pills because I don't sleep. I sleep like an hour a night, and that's it, and that's not good for you. Oh my God, I can't. So
Let me see.
stop
Be
it.
selfish.
Okay, keep talking, Heidi.
Yeah, you take 3 pills at night.
And so the first night, I had a dream, and I haven't dreamt in years.
What? Wait, what?
what
What are you talking about?
I had a dream, you guys.
You haven't dreamt in years?
Because she doesn't sleep.
I don't
She doesn't get
sleep. I don't
REM.
get to that point of my sleep where I'm like, yeah, I haven't dreamt in a long time that I remember, and it's vivid. And I had a dream that I was out shooting guns, and I went to purchase this one gun, and I was like, this is amazing. And the price, it was $38.38, and I was like, that is wow. And it
What a good deal for this gun.
and it belonged to this rapper that I loved in my dream. I was like, oh my God, it was so-and-so's. Oh my God, it's so cool.
This is racist.
No, it's not. I don't know what, but there was a rapper. He could have been a white rapper. I don't know.
No, not even.
So I go up and I go to pay for it, and they're like, that's okay, it'll be $38,380. And I was like, what? And because when I went to go get this thing, it was more expensive than I thought. And I had
It
to
always
put it,
is.
I had
And
to
it
put
was
it
like
on
a
like a
gun.
care credit thing, and so I was crying. So it was directly related to my dream.
Good Lord.
Anyhow,
Do you feel any different? Oh, it's been 2 days.
it's been since Friday, and she said in a week from now you'll wake up and be like, oh my God, the birds are singing, and I'll have all this because I'll have testosterone.
That's a
I
strong
barely
promise.
have testosterone in my body at the moment.
That's a strong promise, doctor.
Wow.
Everyone who's there, and then I'm gonna lose a bunch of weight. I'm gonna just feel great and sleep.
I hope that's
sounds like a
all
miracle
true.
drug.
I hope that's all true.
Yeah.
I already feel. I mean, I already feel like. I mean, my
You didn't-
my butt hurts. Like not my butt, actual in my butt, but like the outside is
was
bruised.
So wondering
When you showed up,
do.
Darren was in a meeting, and you didn't hear Heidi because she floated in because she was so ecstatic about what's been going
That is,
on.
y'all were real quiet.
Didn't hear a thing. She floated all the way to the studio.
He scared me. He's like,
Pretty.
shh. And I almost threw up. I got so scared. I was like, what?
Just being respectful
Don't
of your
say a
time.
word!
It was a very important meeting. Thank you.
I got so many things to talk about. I don't even know where to start. Fuck. What are you doing? Oh, we didn't talk about this last week. We lost the great Sinead O'Connor recently. And by the time people hear this, she'll have been dead for damn near 6 months or something. But written by,
Prince.
for.
Her.
That's right. It was a trick question. You did great. I found, it was sent to me by one of our listeners, 11 different quotes that Sinead has on the matter of sex. And I thought it'd be a good time to read some of these quotes as a way to kind of honor her.
Well, she was Irish. She's one of me. One of me?
What a me?
One of me. She won me. She won my people.
Is that an Irish accent?
Yes, it is.
She's one of my people. Welcome to Dublin.
Deputy man in the Sinead O'Connor.
Oh my God, it's so great at
So
what you
horrible.
do. So let's you do one and then I'll do one, okay?
Okay.
You start with the first one. You can read it out loud, actually.
These are actual quotes.
These are quotes from Sinead O'Connor. I double checked. This is from think Variety or some other V
Is
website.
she doing an accent here?
You should. You should.
She's saying my situation sexually affectionate.
That's British.
Yeah, never mind. My situation sexually affectionately speaking is so dire that inanimate objects are starting to look good as are inappropriate and or unavailable men and or inappropriate and or unavailable fruits and vegetables. I tell you, yams are looking like the winners.
Here's another one.
Oh, we would have been best friends.
I love Sinead.
One U.S. guy emailed me simply saying, "I'm a great ass fucker." Now, why can't Irish guys use such great opening, pardon the pun, lines?
Oh.
Okay, you're up.
Oh, that was. I've been repeatedly asked, will I do anal sex? Let me make it very clear. Any man I contemplate has to be into anal sex. Yes, I do anal. And in fact, I would be deeply unhappy if doing anal wasn't on the menu amongst everything else. So if you don't like the difficult brown, don't apply. Come on, she did not
She
say
said
these
these
things.
things. She said these
She
things.
did not say
Yes,
these things.
she did. Here's another one. Crying now, all alone, Saturday night. Every ugly bitch in the world is getting porked but me.
These are not her. No, these are not from her. She would not say porked.
No.
I'm sorry. I don't believe any of these.
Have you ever heard her talk?
I have, and she's...
Yeah, she's a fucking badass.
Yeah,
She'll say
but she's
anything.
not going to say porked.
Yes, she will. And she did. Before she died. Your turn.
I did once ask Irish politician Alan Shatter. Shatter. Did you shit? I shatter. To spank me. Of course, Alan turned me down, as sensibly did Adam Clayton, the only doable one in the band of U2. I wonder if he'd known I would have let him in the tradesman's entrance, would he have stopped to think about it for a millisecond?
So, look, the 11 best quotes from Sinead O'Connor online about sex, 11 revealing quotes. This has been covered profusely.
Everything.
Sinead O'Connor quotes about sexuality.
It also says my boyfriend is
This
worth
is-
$42 million on there.
It does?
It does, and he's not worth any of that.
This is from vulture.com, which is a very... we're not done here, by the way.
Vulture.com should give you.
I have begged God that while he rightly banishes me from good men like yourself or Robert Downey Jr. or Adam, could he salvage me a few from the section in between guys like yous and guys like the one this week who, because he is living with mother's children, offered me a what? Once-off experience which will guarantee you years of masturbatory material and will involve you crying in pain and being humiliated in a corner? Yikes.
Does she say yikes or do you?
She said yikes.
She did?
That one I don't even understand.
Listen, I don't think that pork and yikes are in her vocabulary.
Yes, they are. Next one.
Went to the doctor, and guess what he said? He told me to stop wanking. I said, why? He said, because I'm trying to examine you. She did not say this. This is like Rodney Dangerfield
That's
stuff.
hilarious. She said these things in interviews.
No,
Yes.
she did not.
These are
Stand
nothing.
so-
Nothing
this
could
is
be
like-
more Sinead O'Connor than these quotes.
Have you listened to Sinead O'Connor? I was like a
Yes.
huge fan. This is not her.
These are not her fucking lyrics. These are her real thoughts.
This is there's no way.
I must say, my greatest amusement this week is that on this day, last week, I had 3 followers on Twitter. Since I mentioned anal sex, I have almost 2,000.
There's no way. She had millions of followers. This is so stupid. This is not real. Obligatory interracial sex in Ireland would, WUD, solve our racist problems. I'd be very willing to be of assistance.
She likes black dicks. Oh, she did. Respectfully. Is that the end of that one?
Yep.
I got one more for you.
I don't believe any of this. For a
I
second.
must end now as I have a hot date with a banana.
Hey, you see? Like, this is like some, like, hey.
You got one more over there?
I have one more. Just going bed
What?
alone.
What?
Going bed
Okay.
alone. Hey, you guys in U.S. Dave Chappelle is my dream man. Can you find out if he's single and likes the back door? There is no fuck.
When I hear this, I'm like, fucking Sinead, man.
so weird.
She did not say, went to doctor. He told me to stop wanking. I said, why? He said, because I'm trying to examine you. There's no way that she said that. That's
She was
from some-
funny.
That's from some...
She was funny.
That's from some English stand-up comic. That's very like an English thing. He told me to stop wanking, and I said, "Why?" He said,
This
"'Cause I'm
is
trying to
from-
examine you."
This is from thevulture.com.
This is, I don't care who, I don't, Vulture, this is might as well be from the Daily Star or whatever that's called. There's no way she said those things.
And that, my friends, is our tribute to the great Sinead O'Connor.
I went to the doctor, guess what he told me? He said, "Girl, you gotta stop wanking, I'm trying to examine you." It's so stupid.
It's real. It's real
It's
shit.
not real.
It's real shit.
God damn it, why did she have to die? I want to ask her.
the things that you believe
Oh.
and the things you don't will never not be amazing to
I'm
me.
sorry, that's very unbelievable that she said those
Sure
things.
is.
Especially pork, backdoor,
Yikes.
yikes.
Yikes is what you're caught up on. Yikes.
I agree with that.
You don't know shit about Sinead.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo! It sounds like she's like some like...
Oh man. Speaking of unbelievable, can we talk about quesadillas for a minute?
Sure. Unbelievable.
Speaking
Oh.
quesadilla. I went to a Mexican restaurant. Guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? I ordered. So I went. We did like a Jane's Addiction LA crew, like the crew folks that live in LA. We did like a catch up dinner last week. We went to a new Mexican restaurant here in the San Fernando Valley.
Is this what
And-
it's called? San Fernando
Yeah,
Valley? Oh.
yeah. If you're on the Hollywood side, it's that, and then on this side, it's the San Fernando Valley.
I didn't know that.
Really? Wow.
That's why when like on the news they're like the San Fernando Valley, I'm thinking it's like way far
No,
away.
I mean the valley is big. When you
Yeah.
say the valley, that means the San Fernando Valley.
Like how far away is it from your place?
You're in it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean this whole encompassing, like, Woodland Hills, Sherman Oaks, North Hollywood, Studio City, Burbank is all in like Simi Valley. It's all San Fernando
That's
Valley.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? So we went to a Mexican restaurant, and it's kind of a new place, and so there's 6 of us, and I ordered I think third, and it took at least 4 minutes to get to me. Our waiter, I don't know if he was like just fresh from some like a special school or had some kind of learning problems, but it's a really tough time to order. So I'm a quesadilla guy anyway, and
Did you have to speak Spanish?
fluent. No, English was fine.
Oh,
His
okay.
English was great.
Okay.
The problem was the brain area, I think. So he gets to me, and I
Poor guy.
I said, just a chicken quesadilla, plain, please. He goes, plain? I'm like, yeah, just chicken and cheese. He goes, okay. So I make it easy. I was done ordering in about truly 10 seconds or less. He moves on. Food starts coming out, and he comes over to me. He goes, the kitchen is having a tough time with your order. You said just a plain quesadilla, a plain chicken quesadilla? I was like, yeah, just plain, plain quesadilla. Okay, just want to double check with you. Okay.
What was that word plain? They got him.
I
You
guess.
just have to say chicken and cheese only.
That's what I said. I said that.
Oh.
So 5 people are eating, and I'm still waiting on the easiest part of the menu. And he brings it out to me, and it's a quesadilla with just loose chicken in it, rolling around. Like chicken is like, I move the plate, and the chicken falls out of it. And I open up, I'm like, and this guy's already left. I'm like, there's no cheese in this. It's chicken and a fucking quesadilla. So call him back, and I said, there's no cheese in this. He goes, yeah, you said plain quesadilla is chicken quesadilla. I said, no, I said just chicken and cheese. He goes, that's not what you... He started arguing with me. He goes,
Oh, shit.
and he goes, that's not what you said. I'm like, listen, I said, I order quesadillas.
Customer's always right.
Well, not even that, but like,
But it's true. You have to.
how many
you don't-
quesadillas have you heard me order since we've been together for 14 years? 100?
653,
Oh, wow.
approximately.
What do I say? Every single time.
Plain quesadilla, chicken and cheese only.
Yes.
Nothing
I
else.
don't know another way to order it. So he's arguing with me saying that's not what you said.
that's
I'm like,
not
listen,
cool.
It is what I said, but I said, who would ever order this? I said, can I just put some cheese on it, please? I'm sorry if there was a miscommunication, if it was me, whatever it is, but can we just get some chicken on this thing so I can eat it? He goes, yeah. So he brings it away. About 6 or 7 minutes later, he comes back. Everyone's almost done with their food, and he goes, "We're working on the quesadilla. It should be a few more minutes, but they got it figured out. They figured out how to put cheese on the chicken quesadilla." So this is now the fourth interaction we've had. The fifth time he comes back, everyone's done eating. We've been there for an hour already. Everyone's done. And he's like, just a couple more minutes. It'll be right here. And I was like, what is it? What's going on? I mean, it's just, can I go back there and make it, please? He brings it out. It was fine. And then he comes back again. This is the 7th time I've had an interaction about this fucking quesadilla. God. And he just wants to go over the miscommunication that we had earlier.
Oh, what a fucking control.
He goes, so how is it? I'm like, it's fine. He goes, yeah, earlier when you said you didn't say cheese, so we were confused. That's why they're having a tough time figuring out how to make a quesadilla with no cheese.
That's his way of saying I'm right and you didn't say it. Yeah.
I had 7 conversations about this quesadilla, and it was not that great.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm, the people that shoot up crowds.
Yeah, you're.
I'm happy I didn't do it, but I understand why it happens. I get it. I have. If only I had a $38,000 gun owned by an ex-rapper, I would have gone to town in that place.
Listen, last night I worked and I had a gentleman who was
naked.
No, thank God. I think he was probably like late 80s, maybe. He was an old lawyer. That's what I heard. That's what I gathered. And he was with these 2 women. One was really, really young, and one was middle-aged. And I could tell right away that he was going to be an issue. He was the crankiest
old white man
ever waited on in my life. But these are a challenge for me because I like to get them friendly. Like, I like to make them laugh. So this is really short, but he was uncomfortable in his chair. It was outside. I was on the patio. It was
probably had a full diaper. You fuck.
No. He was uncomfortable in his chair. And he goes, "Do you have," and then one of the girls goes, "Oh, can you get another chair?" And I'm like, "Sure. Do you want me to go grab a chair?" And he looked at me and he goes, "If I would have wanted another chair, I wouldn't even ask you. I'd go grab one. I wouldn't ask for your permission." And I was like, "Oh, here we go." That was the first thing he told me. And I said, "Would you like a pillow?" And he goes, "What, a public fucking pillow?" And he made this and I was like, "Oh my God, this man is insane. And he's horrible." Okay. So.
And he looks at you and he says, "Do you speak English?"
So
are you okay?
And he brought his own little spray bottle, like an
sanitizer?
alcohol spray. Yeah, spray.
Oh, this guy sucks.
So throughout the thing, he had a glass of wine, and then he had a steak. So I went to replace his butter knife with a steak knife, and I started to take it away. And he goes, "Where are you going with that?" And I looked at him, and I was like, "Don't be mad at me. I'm dropping off a steak knife." And he looked at me and he goes, "I'm not mad at you." And I'm like, "Well, it's a hanger steak." And he's like, "I'm going to need something that's a hanger steak." He's like, yeah, you're right. I need it. Yeah, you're right. I go, I know.
I do this a lot.
It was, and then I said, and then he's like, "This music is
Don't be mad at
awful."
me.
Then he goes, "This music is awful." And I go, "Isn't it?" And he looked at me and he goes, You agree?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you want me to turn it down?" And he's like, "Look, I don't care what you do with it, but it's awful. If you turn it up, I'm okay with it. If you turn it down, I'm okay with it. It fucking sucks." And
he just wanted to let you know.
Then it started to get into where I said, I poured his water, and he goes, "Wow, you're really good at pouring water." And I said, I've been waiting tables on and off.
I've been doing this for a while.
Since I was 13, and I worked at a place where we had to always fill the waters. And he's like, "What was that, 10 years ago?" And I go, 15, but thank you. So then he was like flirting with me or something weird.
I feel like he's going back and forth between like digs at you,
Oh,
and like
totally.
we get along on something.
Yeah. And then, but I wouldn't budge. I was very much like, fuck you. Like, you're not gonna. And then I just laughed at him, and then at the very end, I put a candle down because it was starting to get dark, and he goes, "Oh, that does it! Wow, that makes the meal so much better." And
This guy's a roller coaster.
And I just looked at him, and I go, "Wow!" I'm like, "Why are you so mad?" And the girls are going like this. They sort of like backed up. And he looks at me and he goes, "I'm not mad." And he kind of smiles.
I'm just insane.
Yeah. And then at the very end, he said, "Make sure I get the bill." But he said it like super mean. And then I just looked at him and I go, "You got it." Like I matched his like, I loved him then. Like everyone at work was like, "Oh my God, you guys are buds now." And at the end, he left me $80 on a $180 tab.
Okay. Moral of the story.
Weird though. Very weird.
Weird, but he was an older man, so I was respectful to a point, but I wouldn't take a shit. Like, I was like, "Why? Stop. Like, why are you doing this?" Like,
I understand the irony of someone with a podcast saying this, but it's amazing how many people just want to tell you what they're thinking at all times. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, but I was shocked.
Do you know his first name? I feel like his name is Henry.
No, I didn't know his name because he didn't lay down but he was the girl said that because he left, he went to the bathroom, and the girl said, "Thank you." And I'm like, "You're welcome." I'm like, and she's like, "I bet you've never had someone like that." And I'm like, "Oh, you'd be shocked."
Yeah.
And she said, "He's older, and he was a really big lawyer at one time, so he's very like
argumentative." I don't think I like him.
Jesus Christ.
I appreciate the tip for you, but I don't think I like this man.
Krabby McCrabberson.
I guess what I did the other day.
You ate a quesadilla?
No.
With just chicken.
I
Pooped?
I did poop. I've been pooping a lot lately.
Nice.
Like really good solid ones, if you're wondering.
That's good.
I took mushrooms and went to a nightclub.
What? Did you go with him?
This is when I was in San Francisco.
What?
I took
like
yes.
I'm like, what do you hate?
I went to a
bitches?
dance club in San Francisco on mushrooms. Who the fuck am I?
That's amazing. Was it fun? I thought it was so fun.
It was weird. It was very weird in general. Dance clubs weird me out anyway. I can't remember last time I was at one.
Yeah.
But I went to San Francisco with my.
I'm shocked you didn't see my boyfriend.
Well, that's what I'm.
Well, you
getting
weren't in Ibiza, so.
That's what you thought he was, but he was with his new boyfriend in San Francisco. I went up there with my best friend to go to some Red Sox games. Another friend of ours has these unbelievable behind home plate, like right behind home plate. I could hear the batter and the catcher talking to each other.
Swing, bada, 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 swing.
That's all they say. It was so weird.
So cool.
But we were up there for a
cool.
couple nights, and our friend has a beautiful place up there, and he had a bunch of mushrooms. So we took mushrooms and then went to this. This guy also, he owns some like clubs in San Francisco. So he wanted to show us like some of his clubs, and people watching at those clubs is weird anyway. But on mushrooms was a whole new thing. And I found out my new favorite dance. Can I show it to you?
Yeah.
I named it the handcuffs. And I saw a guy doing this.
Was it when you got your hands in back?
Oh, no. I watched a guy do this for about, it was either 5 minutes or 6 hours. I'm not really sure. But he was doing this.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
I don't know
good.
what it's really called.
Yeah.
But I call it the handcuffs.
Yeah.
And then he also his head never stopped doing this.
Wow.
And there was a girl he was with, and every now and then he'd like see how she's doing and go. And she was just kind of like, I think she knew how much of a douche this guy looked like.
Yeah.
And also, I feel bad saying it because he was having a good time. And people at
when
dance
people
clubs,
dance, they
look
much
so
fun.
stupid,
I know, but
though.
They're having so much fun.
I don't care. If you ever dance, you look so unbelievably stupid.
Unless you're a good dancer.
No, there's no such thing. There's no such thing.
I'm a good dancer.
And you look dumb. You might be great at it, but you look dumb. Darren, great dancer, looks absolutely ridiculous. It's such a weird thing that people do. But again, I love that they're having fun. What?
Because you can't relate.
Yeah. But it makes me uncomfortable to watch people enjoy themselves. Oh. I really hate it.
There's the truth.
Yeah. But so on mushrooms at a club, and it was so weird.
Sounds fun.
It was kind of fun.
Did you hear what happened in San Francisco this weekend?
The guy that took mushrooms went to a nightclub?
Nope.
What happened?
There was a big concert, and people they have the self-driving cars, and it was they called it a complete meltdown, and all the cars, the cell phone service went out because it was so packed, and so all the cars just stopped. So it created this huge traffic jam that was
self-driving cars got overwhelmed and stopped where they were
because the cell phone, you have to have a cell phone service in order for these cars to work. That's what they were saying on the news. So they just fucking stopped. And so what they're saying now too, especially on the West Coast, we have earthquakes. So if we're gonna be
trying to escape and towers are down,
and it's and the guy I forget what guy said that they're like fucking bricks. So there's no way you can move these cars out of the way if you're in a hurry.
Weren't you the one telling the story about one that it stopped in front of a fire or something? Did you tell that story? Mm-mm. Similar kind of thing where a fire had broken out, and the car, I believe, either sensed danger, so it stopped moving, but there's no one inside of it. It's a self-driving car. That's what it was. It's a self-driving car. And if it's in the way, if someone's driving it, a fireman can be like, move your fucking car.
Yep.
But you can't tell nothing to move.
Nope.
So the car didn't notice anything, and they rammed it out of the way with the fire truck.
Yeah, it's horrible, actually, what's happening. And then
there's going to have to be a way where policemen, paramedics, and firemen can override the systems to move them.
But they said that if your cell phone, let's say there's an earthquake. Remember the big earthquake at the World Series in San Francisco? Mm-hmm. Everything was down.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? You can't control the car, the self-driving car. And also they were talking about that guy that traveled from Canada to Chicago with his family, and there wasn't enough electric stations.
Yeah.
So he had to dump his truck, and they had to tow it, and he had to
That's a little bit on him, because you got to plan. If you have these cars right now, you have to plan your route accordingly.
Yeah,
you have to.
There's there's not enough electrical plugins, especially in California, for what they want to do. For what Newsom is like, get rid of all the fuck that. I'm not getting rid of my. Hell no, because in case of an emergency, I don't want someone to go, you know what, and this is conspiracy, but you know what, I just want them to stay home. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Now you're home, and you can't go out in your car and drive it.
Yeah.
That's
it's something they'll have to work around, but it's a good point you make.
But there won't be, it's so ridiculous. I'm not giving up my car. Are you kidding me? Hell no.
You're going to have to at some point, you will.
No, I'm not going to.
No, I mean, you're going to, at some point, they're not going to be making gas vehicles anymore. And it's not going to be in...
It's ridiculous, though, because there's not going to be enough charging. It takes up so much.
They'll find a way to do it, especially once these aliens give us free energy.
I hope I'm not alive then, because that's ridiculous.
Do you want to see something that's going to make you want to be dead? I would love to show it to you.
Wow, there's so many things. Sure.
How old are your nieces?
15 and 10.
I would like to show you what they're probably going to be doing for a living in no time. How old? 15 to 10? Mm-hmm. They might be doing it now. So this is a video. I don't even know how to explain it. These are two teenage girls who are doing a live stream. And people who are watching the live stream tip them by if you and Darren, what? Yeah. If you and Darren, I can give you a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
So
a heart, a star. Yeah.
So I want you to listen to these women, girls, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it.
Hot. It's my birthday. Tick tock. I got the soccer ball. Ice cream. Ice cream. Ooh, hot, that burns. Ooh, hot, that burns. Rose. I got the ball.
So
I got the ball.
What is she doing?
the
Is she
girl
okay?
going zzz,
Yeah.
zzz. Someone keeps giving her a lightning bolt. So when you get the tip, you have to act it out. So she's getting zapped, and they won't stop zapping her.
A rose. A rose. Meow.
Why is she doing that?
So they're both getting zapped now. So each time someone sends one of these, like a lightning bolt or a heart, it's like 10 cents they're getting. So these girls right here make between $5,000 and $10,000 a week doing this. These are the people that are going to be our lawyers and our presidents and our doctors.
No, they're not. They're just going to be those.
Why would someone want to be a doctor?
They're going to be the fucking wives of somebody that's going to be. Please give me those. That's oh my god, it's horrible.
Is that amazing?
I'm so mad. Yeah, that is so horrible.
Ice cream, ice cream, $10,000 a week, and this is what teenagers across the world are doing.
I saw a girl responding to this, and she was doing this.
Keep talking.
She was saying like, ice cream, and she was so mad, and she was saying, "You fucking kidding me? I work so hard, and you make more
You don't have to
in
work
one
hard.
day than I do in a month." And
that's what I'm saying is like,
well,
what is the incentive?
How many it says how many like live?
I mean,
people?
this is when it was happening. 412 watching live, and
I can read that, but I can't read up here. How weird is that? I can read that.
that is
400.
weird.
So weird.
For your age.
It's my birthday.
Ice cream.
Why is she saying it's my birthday?
I got the soccer ball. Ice cream.
I just.
That's what I'm gonna do on my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
It's my birthday. We have a tendency to do that at the same time, and it sounds good. We should like start a band.
Do you guys want to pick a song right now?
Zoo, 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 zoo. It's my ice cream.
I got the ball. It's
What are their names?
I have not-
Because I'm gonna have to like.
Ree and Tard, I think, is what they go by.
I thought you were serious. Retard. Oh my god.
But I haven't seen something in a long time that made me this upset. Like I was at Lisa and Johnny's house like a couple weeks ago for a barbecue, and Johnny's like, you got to see these chicks," and explained to me that like this is how kids, like my mom, her best year making money, she was a barber, and she would like cut hair and do shaves and do the whole deal. Her best year of her life, she made $38,000 a year in the year, and it was like she was so proud of
Oh,
herself.
if my parents made that would be okay. So
These girls can make this in 4 weeks.
So that makes sense then, because there's a new story about in Illinois, I think it is. They passed. Let me see. They just passed a law about
Ice cream.
horrible. They passed a law. Wait, where if you're making, hold on, I gotta find it. They passed a law in Montana. No.
I don't understand, like, why do they have to do sexy voice? Ooh, ice cream.
Because how am I supposed to get harder if they're not doing that?
You know, it's some.
Sex sells, and if you watch it,
They're
like,
young, it's gross.
well,
Oh, here.
they could be young, they could not be, but still,
she found it.
yeah, that's how you get attention. That's how you get money.
Really
So
angry.
get this. In Illinois, they passed
Can you?
a law.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Can you, when you say this, can you say it sexier so that the listeners care?
Actually care.
Illinois passes law requiring parents to pay
I don't think you understand what sexy is.
Well, that's what they're doing.
Ooh, ice cream is my birthday.
What if when Heidi's hooking up, that's actually what she sounds? Her voice changes.
Illinois passes law
Give it to me,
requiring parents to pay their children a percentage of social media earnings for featuring them in videos.
Say it again, please.
Yes, please.
Illinois
Come grow the fuck up. Come on.
passes law requiring parents to pay their children a percentage of social media earnings for featuring them in videos. So here's where it is.
What about
passed
room and board and
the
giving you life?
The nation's first law safeguarding child influencers, ensuring they receive earnings from their online presence. The bill, initiated by, guess how old? 16-year-old Shreya Nalamutha, guarantees a share of earnings.
Does she even speak English?
Right. Held in trust until the child turns 18. This significant step protects young talents from exploitation and sets a precedent for other states.
If the parents are the ones making the money, then the parents are the influencers, and the kids don't deserve a fucking dime of it.
It's insane. It says that this
what is going on?
This
what is going on?
move is expected to influence other states to follow suit. This is. Wait, I just want to say something that I forgot to say before. Do you know that as a woman and as a man, excuse me,
don't tell me what I am. Don't you fucking gender me. Don't you ever fucking gender me. Thank you very much.
If you go and your hormones are off, you have a very hard time like I just did. You have to go and fucking pay out of your fucking literal ass.
Wait, are you trans now?
No. But
okay.
If I were to transition and say I want to be a man, or if you wanted to be a woman, the state government, your insurance pays for it all the hormones, all the tests, all the doctors. But yet as a woman or as a man, if your testosterone's off, you have to go to a special doctor, or you have to pay out of your pocket
if
for
you want to
it's insane.
Wait.
I just did all the research on it.
There has to be not every insurance company will fully fund it. That cannot be true.
I just looked it up. It's a very your insurance is very because you are.
I totally believe that there is special treatment for that kind of thing. But
they take
all
care
insurances
of top surgery.
Can I get that? Because I got a little bit of a thing going on.
But a lot of them do, and I mean, I listen. If you're 25 years old and you want to change, whatever, that's fine.
Totally.
But it's not fair.
I do think it should be elective. It should be considered elective.
Or we should all just, if I want to be a man, then I can get that with my insurance. I pay $400 a month, and so I should be able to do that, or I should be able to get my hormones and even it out, and we're all happy.
How about just universal health care, and we're all just taken care of? No matter what you are, you're kind of taken care of. That'd be kind of nice. Yeah. We can afford it.
But then I also heard in Canada with that, you were on a wait list for a very, very long time.
You're told that, but it's not completely true.
It's not true, right?
Yeah, it's kind of it's you when you have private healthcare. This is such a boring conversation as far as like healthcare, but no, don't apologize. But like if you have private healthcare, it's easier. The more you pay, the quicker you get. You probably get better stuff. But I'll take the free.
Yeah, I'll take
everyone thing. It's still
It
professionals.
out of my check, and
if you want, give everyone the option for universal. And if you want to have a private doctor, go for it.
Right. If you're rich and you want to have
absolutely,
a special,
absolutely.
Yeah. But it also helps like people. It's preventative too.
Yes.
So a lot of people won't die from cancer or whatever because they'll know more.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucked up system.
Oh, those people. What are their names again?
Ree and Tard.
No,
I don't
really.
know. I really don't know.
I don't
think I even want to share it.
Oh my god, I want to look them up. Just tell me afterwards.
I don't.
They're kids.
Diane? I hope so. Dien.
Oh my god. Wait.
Did you find them?
No.
What?
But this is what happened. This is the story I was going to talk about. An doctor. Oh my god. I'm having a panic attack just thinking about it. An ER doctor was trapped in his fucking Tesla when it ran out of... the doors locked and it was fucking hot and his car shut down. And he's saying the importance of having a window punch. He had to punch out his window because he didn't have fucking air.
These are concerns that need to be worked
Holy
out.
Fucking shit! I have to get one of those things that you have.
Do I have an extra one?
I thought you did.
Yeah, I'll give you one.
Holy shit! Not that I have a Tesla, but no.
But you have a window.
Windows.
Yeah, I have windows. Yeah.
Also, maybe there should be a thing where like there's power windows, but there's also crank windows.
Yes.
Just like the driver's side.
Yes.
You can also crank it. You'll never touch it, but
and maybe it's under a thing if you don't like the way it looks. Maybe you have it under a thing and you pop it open. Oh, okay.
Or
then
maybe
I can crank open the
cars
window.
come with seatbelts. Maybe they should come with the window breakers.
For sure. On the bottom, yeah, just
maybe Teslas, instead of having the fart feature where it farts when you want it to,
what?
You can make your Tesla fart.
Are you serious?
And
Do you know about
people
this?
outside the car can hear it. You can have it be like a whoopee cushion.
No.
I know. What was the part? I know.
That's good.
Yes. Test the farts.
You were joking me. You're pulling my leg.
No, it's me. No, it can't be true. You got to be lying to me. What are you making this? It's a bullshit.
Luigi, what are you saying?
I know. What the fuck's wrong with you?
I was an Italian woman.
No. Fettuccine. No. Sweetie. No. It cannot be. It just cannot be.
I said it and I was like, oh, I hope they didn't hear that.
Next time you're at work, here's the check, please. No. You will live here now. You eat here forever. Oh my god, what the fuck?
That's funny.
But yes, Teslas have a fart feature is what we're getting to. Yeah, they fart. So maybe instead of a farting car, we have a car that can save your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Can we, speaking of saving lives, are we going to talk about the Malaysian flight?
Fuck. Yeah. So, but hopefully, I truly hope, but by the time people hear this, it has been thoroughly debunked because I don't want this to be real.
Yeah.
We've been talking about aliens a lot lately, talking about UFOs a lot. There's a video there's a whole thing going viral right now about Malaysia flight MH370, which you're a huge fan of the story. We talked about it, the documentary a lot. There's a video going around that you just saw for the first time.
Yep.
Explain what you see in the video. It's two videos. One is taken from supposed satellite cameras that were following the plane when they were trying to track it where it was going. And another video from, I think it was a military plane they sent out just to see like what is going on with this plane. Yeah. And it has FLIR video, which is forward something infrared, forward light infrared or something like that. Huh. Explain the video.
It shows the Malaysian flight. It shows
allegedly a plane.
Allegedly 3 cubes or like spheres floating around it, like going
circling in a formation.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, as it's going, it's circling. It sort of like goes. They stop a little bit, and then they go into it, and it just poof, it disappears.
The plane disappears.
Yeah.
Now it's 2 separate videos. One's like a thermal video from another jet that was following it, and like I said, one is from satellite images. The videos, when you put them side by side, they're perfectly synced. It's been out for 4 or 5 days now, and no one has been able to thoroughly debunk that they're faked, including VFX artists who, this happened in 2014. And the satellite video, I believe, was online within 3 days. Some anonymous YouTube page put out this video.
And that was in it.
Yes.
You could see that.
The black and white one. Yes. I've gone to the original video. It was put out, I think, 3 days after the flight. May have been weeks, but it was not very long.
Yeah.
And then this new video, and it hasn't been debunked, and it's really fucking weird.
Well, when that documentary is really good, when a majority of the people that their family that they interviewed, they all were like, "You're lying to us. Just tell us the fucking truth. Tell us." And they're very upset.
How can a plane disappear?
Right,
off
and
the
I
face
think
of the
in
earth?
your gut, you sort of are like. And then I told you about the phone calls. The woman, there was a few guys that were. People were calling. I think that's your first thing to do. That's what I would do. I would call the person, my loved one that's on the plane. And all the calls were ringing.
Wait, I didn't know. So everyone that called, the phones would ring?
Yes. It says it in, I just looked. Told
No, we looked at it. I thought it was just one person called.
No,
okay.
And then I looked it up when Darren was in here, and then I almost called you by your real name. Sorry.
I know. I saw
sorry.
your lips come together.
Abort.
I know!
And they would call, it would ring and ring and ring, which if you crashed in the ocean or the land, your phone is not going to ring. It's gonna
maybe for a little bit,
sure, maybe.
Or if it's in a suitcase and it could be floating somewhere or in someone's bag,
right? But I mean, like they all rang, and then,
you could. There's also a potential that it could have gone into the water and people could have survived for a while. That's also possible.
maybe, yeah.
There are water landings. There,
Yeah.
I mean,
But they would have found some things.
Yes.
They would have seen something because
Right.
the search that they did, and I understand the Indian Ocean is expansive and
Huge.
deep and huge, and I get it. But okay, so
and in the documentary, I'm sorry to cut you off, but in the
Yeah.
documentary, they show some debris that washed up. Where? No, it wasn't Singapore, but was it Singapore?
some weird. No, it was. Where was that?
There was some
but it
debris
was
that washed up on
debunked
shore,
that it wasn't it.
which I believe I could be wrong, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it like had different serial numbers, or
Yeah,
it came from the same kind of plane,
Right, but
it
they were
wasn't.
scratched off. Some of them were
And that's in the doc?
scratched off. That's in the documentary.
This thing is called. Keep talking. I'm gonna find it. It's on
And
Netflix.
so a lot of people called their loved ones and it rang and rang. A guy called and the phone, the person, his loved one, his wife or whatever, picked up the phone but didn't connect. So that's what I forgot to tell you too. It's all in the news. And then the girl came running. You can see it in the documentary. Came running up. My dad is calling. My dad is calling, and she got so like, I guess that'd be like you're in shock.
Yeah.
And they're like, answer it. So when she went to answer it, it was too late. But like that was hours after they went missing. Hours. So what the fuck is happening? And also
That doc is called MH370, the plane that disappeared on
Yeah.
Netflix. Yeah.
and also the fact that the Malaysian government didn't try and get some sort of not machinery, some sort of
To track.
to track
Technology.
where the calls were coming from, like that call was coming from. That's what they should have done and been like, oh, it pinged over here. They do that. That was 2014. That wasn't in the 80s or 90s.
It's not wild technology.
No.
It's not a super wealthy country as far as I
They're
know.
close
but
to Taiwan. There was a lot of
Taiwan is very tech savvy.
Yes, and there was a few people from there that were, I mean, just things that the Malaysian government kept saying, no, you're wrong, and that's why they sort of like did like a whole like upheaval, like you're wrong, like they got so mad. Can you imagine? I'd be so angry. Where's my mom? Where's my dad? Where's
That's
my
it.
like son? Like
if they got blown up by a missile, if they crashed, just tell us.
Yeah.
Just want to know
Yeah.
what happened.
But there just would have been a lot more. Maybe not with the missile. I'm sure they could have cleaned everything up or whatever. But this actually makes a little bit more sense. And
I hate
where the
saying
hell
that.
are they? Like,
I truly feel like a lunatic for even entertaining this
Well,
because
I
it
was
seems so stupid.
I was a lunatic the whole time that this happened because at work, people were like, oh, go talk to Heidi because I knew everything about this for months because I was obsessed.
Heidi Van Theories.
Well, everybody was like, well, wait, is there any new news? Oh, go ask Heidi at the restaurant I worked at because I was so like, where the fuck are they? And there were all these like theories that they landed and somebody's like some Saudi prince like wanted the plane and they got hijacked and they're in some. I'm like, that's bullshit. This actually makes more sense now that I'm watching this.
There's a video I didn't play for you. Right after the crash, the Malaysian government is talking about the flight. And one of the guys is referring to, we saw these unidentified blobs. He said unidentified blobs on radar. So they even talked about it after the crash. We saw
Was
blobs.
that in the documentary?
No, this is here. I've been trying to find
It's
the
real?
video. Again, we're living in a post-real,
Yeah, that's
post-truth
true.
world
Yeah.
where who knows?
Ice cream.
Oh God! I wish those girls were on that fucking
Yeah,
flight.
right?
I can't find the flight, but these I believe it was a Malaysian like Air Force equivalent like captain or something said that we saw these unidentified blobs on radar. What the fuck is that?
Wow.
And how did I not know that before?
Yeah, why is it all coming out now? Is that because of
Probably just
Are they
because of the nature of
setting us all up now too? Is that the thing? Are they getting us ready for?
don't get me started.
What?
I can
You
go
know what
another
mean?
hour. I can go another
Like,
hour.
are they
on this.
like, okay, so this is, so just so you know, they're out there. There's a different dimension. They might take your plane. I'm not sure. Like, get ready. Like, I don't know. Like, but how were they able to get a call from their loved ones? And how were they able to still, that's the one thing I want to know. Why were their phones still ringing? And the one gentleman, you can hear the phone too. It picked up. Whoever was on the other end picked it up. Where are they?
You've seen Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Yeah.
The movie starts with a bunch of planes, World War II, I believe, World War I or World War II planes are found in the middle of the desert that went missing during the war. This is like in the 70s.
Oh, I don't remember this part.
The opening scene is like these like vintage airplanes
I don't remember that.
parked next to each other in the middle of the desert where they shouldn't be. And these planes have been missing for 30 or 40 years. And everyone's like, but where are the pilots? Like, where the fuck are the pilots? At the end of the movie, spoiler alert, the movie came out in 1977, but at the end of the movie, UFO lands, the door opens, the aliens come out, and so do all these pilots that have been missing for 30 years.
I mean,
And
there's something to all these movies and stuff.
Close
Where did they
Encounters
get,
is based on supposed true events, and like the way the aliens look is based on witness testimony, the way the craft looks. One of the most major UFO researcher of the time, J. Allen Hynek, who kind of oversaw Project Blue Book, which investigated classic UFO cases. He's in the movie, and he has like a cameo at the end of Close Encounters. But so maybe this is, I don't know, maybe it's something like that. I feel silly even entertaining this notion.
I wouldn't feel silly anymore because they just had a fucking what's that called?
The hearing?
Hearing, yeah. I mean,
Well,
they had it.
you
like,
asked if they're preparing us for something. There are not announced yet, but there's going to be those were congressional hearings or House hearings.
Mm-hmm.
There are apparently going to be Senate hearings in September with witnesses who are part of the program that actually does the reverse engineering, the guys that actually work on UFOs. Jeez. So they will be speaking and talking about what they know in September.
How are they not being murdered and killed?
Well, that's a concern. So they're the only way that they can be protected, and this is not conspiracy. This is how that last guy David Grush came out, is that you do it legally. So you go through the inspector general of the intelligence community, and they give you like protections legally. So if something happens, they can be like, well, they can trace it back to whatever the fuck. So Senate hearings in September with actual program people.
Wow.
And then there's another guy who's pretty knowledgeable that seems to think that we might have open contact with alien beings amongst us by Christmas.
So yeah, there's something that they're getting ready for. Whether it's the thing that guy said, a fake alien attack. Not that there are aliens and all that, but a fake like war with aliens, and we all get together and we're all and we're all hunkered down our
there's
house.
no point in doing the fake alien thing, because if it's, I mean, there's no fighting against it. If that's the case, there is nothing that we can do. So crazy. I listen to you're on Twitter. Do you ever go on Twitter Spaces and listen to people have conversations? Do you know what Spaces is?
No.
It's almost like a live podcast where you go on and you have a headline saying, today we're talking about UFOs and the government. And you can listen to people they host, and then people in the chat can like raise their hand, and then you can chime in.
Like there was the other one that they had for a while. I belonged to it. It wasn't
like Periscope?
Spaces. No, it was something else.
But anyway, it's like you can do a live conversation, like actually talk to people all over the world. And there's a long-time UFO kind of transparency advocate guy named Stephen Bassett. He's very, very, very smart guy, very knowledgeable, and he's been for decades trying to get the government to be just open and honest about what's going on. He joined this like no-name Twitter space the other night, and usually spaces are an hour or two. He talked for 8 hours straight.
Jesus Christ!
I listened to all of it, and he's the one that says, if you think about it, if the Senate hearings happen in September, where people that worked on the programs who have been vetted and their stories have been proven by the higher ups in the intelligence community that say these guys are credible and they're telling the truth. That is basically what disclosure is, of like, this shit is real. And then shortly after that happens, the president, if he talks to his people and they say, you know, Mr. President, after doing the investigation and hearing the facts, it seems like that this is a legitimate thing. Biden will really have no option but to like have a press conference and say,
Right.
this is real. So that will be the actual capital D disclosure, possibly in September. And then the idea is that whatever these things are might be, hopefully will be here to help us. They might be related to us somehow, or future humans, or whatever the fuck. I know. And come December, they might show up and start. Italians. I like that.
December.
So that's one point of view. Again, who the fuck knows?
I think I saw one earlier. That
wasn't illegal, and you probably asked him if he spoke English.
No. On my way here, I left my house, and
that's a good start.
And my neighbor, she's the one who thinks I speak fluent Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Fucking hilarious, because I'm like, "Hola, cómo estás?" and she broke her foot, and she's going on, and I was just like, I caught different words, and I was like, "Oh, lo siento." I just kept saying, "I'm so sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry," and then she just looks at me because she says something that I think probably warrants a response. I'm like,
Lo siento.
I know.
No.
And then all of a sudden, this guy walks across the street, and he has this. I tried to get a picture of him, but he had like a bonnet on. It was a weird thing. And I look at his face, and I was like, wow, he's sunburned.
Jared Blessings, is that you?
He's sunburned.
Oh.
And no, he wasn't. It was blood all over his fucking face. And I look at her, and I go, oh, muy loco. She goes, oh, my God. Like, she was like, oh. And he was like, and I was like, oh, shit, no. And I start to, like, walk into oncoming traffic. So I'm like, there's no fucking way that this guy is going to even come close to me. But, like, some weird...
Dried blood or fresh blood?
Oh, fresh blood.
Ugh.
Yeah.
If you had to bet, was it his or someone else's?
It looked like his. I don't know. I mean, he was just wandering the streets.
There's definitely at least one alien in Hollywood. Can I show you a picture of someone who's 100% an alien?
Yes.
And you tell me... Try to convince me that he's not an alien.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at this fucking guy.
I've seen him in person, and he's very...
Was he levitating?
No, he's very alien-like.
Look at those eyes.
Yeah.
He has like reptilian eyes in the shape of the Greys. I mean, this guy, man, we got to get him on the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
We ended, I didn't expect to go so crazy at the end. And I hope you guys bear with me. But get ready for open contact. Aliens coming to the States.
Woo!
Yeah. Come on, guys.
I mean, there's a reason for all those movies and stuff. I'm sorry, but where do they get the stories from? You know, I mean, there's some people have good imaginations, but I don't know.
As someone, listen, I give you a lot of shit for some of the crazy things that you say, and it's fun. Be honest, do I sound crazy? Fuck. If you think I sound sane, then I'm concerned.
No, I mean, like, I'm always like, with that video, I'm like, let's see, like,
what, the plane?
Yeah, like,
yeah,
is
I
that
really,
the actual
like I said,
footage from that day? Come
before
on,
we
like,
started this, when I said I hope by the time this comes out, it's completely debunked.
Yeah.
Because if for some fucking reason there's something that can snatch planes out of midair and take 200 or 300 people, who would
were
get
you
on
the
a
one
plane
that was
again?
telling me this? No, it was somebody else that were talking about this, and there was an actual thread on, I forget where she saw it from, but they're talking about how they're gonna start pretending like there's the alien wars or whatever, and they're going to start taking down planes. And then we're gonna wake up and go, what the fuck was that? What happened? That plane just went down, or it disappeared, or whatever. And there was just this whole thing about that.
I don't.
It's hard for me to believe.
For what reason?
I don't know.
Like, I can't.
Government.
Like, we I
don't know.
Our Pentagon budget and our war budget is already like trillions of dollars.
I mean, the government...
Hundreds of billions of dollars. Like, we don't need to fake anything to get more money for research.
No, it's not that. It's not that. I think there's something else. I don't know. I just don't trust a lot of things. But there's something that there's an angle they're coming at where they all want us to...
We're going to die.
Get together and like...
We're going to die. We're going to go... We're going to...
I'm flying on September...
Well, rest in peace.
7th. And I'm like...
Rest in peace. Where are you going?
To the Catskills for my
Do you know
cousin's
can I admit something?
birthday.
I have absolutely no clue. Is the Catskills in like a different country?
It's New York. I had no idea either. So I
You
fly
didn't?
into New York and I take a
What is
bus
it?
up there. It's by
Is it mountains?
Woodstock. It's fucking beautiful.
Do you know the Catskills? Have you been to the Catskills?
Oh,
I'm
it's
from
gorgeous.
upstate.
It's in
Oh,
America?
that's right.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
gorgeous. Oh my god! Talk about aliens. There's
I just did.
probably-
At length.
Hours.
At length.
For hours.
I feel so bad for my poor wife, Darren. That's all I talk about lately.
Really? 8 hours you listened to that guy?
And I started listening to it again.
You did?
Okay, maybe there's this problem.
Yeah.
Maybe you should order more things in your quesadilla. Some
broccoli or something.
Yeah, some sort of...
I shared something with her recently that I'm not going to share on the show.
Uh-oh.
Not yet. But I had I'm not...
What is it?
The very strange experience that I had.
Please tell us.
I will not tell it on the show. And I won't even tell you privately. Maybe someday, but I can't. I can't. I'm sorry.
Do that.
I'm sorry. That was actually dumb. But I
Erase.
What,
yeah.
what did you see, an alien?
no. But I gotta go. It has been a great show.
Pet peeve.
I know. I don't like it either.
Oh, my neck.
I don't like it either.
You're making my neck hurt.
I'm sorry about the pellets in your butt. It's been a rough day.
It's gonna be.
Heidi.
Yes.
Goodbye or whatever.
Went to the doctor. Guess what he told
Have you?
me?
Do you know the band Stereophonics?
I love Stereophonics.
Have you heard their cover of that song?
No.
We're gonna end the show, and then I'm gonna play it for you. Okay.
Cool.
And everyone,
Wow.
thanks for listening. There's so much more to get to next week. I mean, maybe more quesadilla talk. I have so much AI shit I want to talk about. We didn't talk about the fucking the Peru alien attacks.
What?
I'll tell you that too. For over a week.
I didn't see
the people in
that.
Peru have been being attacked by flying
You never
aliens,
sent- you
and
never
there's
sent-
videos,
sent me
and there's
that.
like the one of the government guys said that there's something to this. This has happened before. These 8-foot tall light beings are attacking and mutilating
You told
people
me about
in Peru.
it. You never sent me it. Will you sent me it?
No,
Oh my god.
I can't handle it anymore. I'm gonna check out soon. But listen, thanks everyone for listening. We'll be back next week with a new episode of this show. Heidi can probably tell you where to watch the show, but like whatever.
Patreon.com/rareformradio.
You can. Heidi's Instagram stories lately have been on fire, so please follow her at Heidi Sabrina.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, how cute are those red pandas? I fucking want a red panda so bad.
I don't think no. I don't think I saw that one.
Oh my god.
Is that from today?
I don't know if he's still on there or not, but he eats a grape and he's like,
Panda.
Oh, sounds very rude.
oh, they're the cutest things I've ever seen in my life.
Listen, it's been good seeing you. I'm happy that you're on the road to recovery.
I know. Look.
And oh wow, it's like a fox raccoon
It is.
panda.
Oh wow, look at its tail.
Are they edible? I would eat the shit out of one.
No.
No. No. I went to a barbecue yesterday and I was given a lot of mushrooms, and I think I'm gonna spend the rest of my day on a lot of mushrooms.
Oh my gosh.
I had the most.
What's Darren gonna
I had
do?
one of the most surreal days of my life yesterday. I don't. We'll save it for next week.
Okay.
I mean, it was one of those stories where if you told me when I was 14 that I would have a day like yesterday, I would have shit myself.
There were a lot of name dropping.
I would drop so many. I had a full pool party barbecue with my childhood heroes.
Holy
And-
shit. Ronald McDonald was there?
yes. Him.
Grimace was there?
No, Grimace passed away.
Eeyore.
That's Eeyore.
Eeyore. No, I'm
Wow.
just saying, like,
Okay.
Eeyore was there.
God, Eeyore was there.
Eeyore.
All right, guys. This has been such a fucking treat. I can't even believe it. And we'll be back next week. Bye.
Bye.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.